and Giants win 24-22. All right, we see it there in New York. Who had the highest total QBR of any quarterback in Week 14, Dan?
Tommy DeVito.
Thank you. The Giants are now 3-1 with DeVito starting.
Lead?
Yeah, in Week 14. DeVito's averaging more than 20 points per game with a plus 10 turnover differential. They went 2-7 with Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor getting the start, averaging just 11 points a game. If you want to compare and contrast there. So, how did the Packers defense allow this to happen, Dan?
Lack of second half adjustments for me was a big deal. I mean, they couldn't cover Wan'Dale Robinson at all. He made a bunch of big plays. First half, you saw a ton of quarterback runs. Some of it was designed and some of it was Tommy DeVito using his legs. Okay, so I give him a little grace in the first half. You don't have a ton of tape on the young man. Maybe you were caught off guard and surprised by it. It kept going in the second half. There was never an adjustment to the designed run. There was never a spy that was delegated towards him. They didn't have a plan for Brian Dable's zone read plan. And I just was shocked by how little adjustment happened from Green Bay's defense when it came to, it was very clear Tommy DeVito was going to use his legs in any situation, and they never did anything to try to counter it.
13 is the number of times they ran zone read, and according to Stats and Info, they averaged more yards per play than any offense in the NFL when doing so with Tommy DeVito. I mean, the first few times I was surprised too, Dan. I don't think of him as being a prolific dual threat. But by the second half, I was just
what do we have halftime for?
Come on, guys. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And I think what's so infuriating about watching this defense is we've seen this movie before with giving up easy runs, designed runs to for years now to dual threat quarterbacks. We've seen them do, with Daniel Jones. We've seen them at the end of the game on that final drive, the enormous cushions that they were ceding despite the fact that the Giants only had to get into field goal territory, letting Tommy DeVito just dink and dunk down the field. I don't know what it's going to take for Green Bay to stop playing that style of passive defense in big moments. But if it's infuriating for you and me to watch it and say the same things, I can only imagine how infuriating it is for that fan base to see this unit continue to have the same problems season after season despite their talent.
It makes the 2-minute drill, which ends up being the game winner that he leads, easy. Every quarterback gets the line of scrimmage in a 2-minute drill going, will you guys please give me completions? And that's all that they did. They once again never made him make one big-time throw.
Credit to DeVito. That was fun for him and for the family. By the way, the Packers' playoff chances dropped from 68% to 47% after that game last night, so that's how consequential it was.